Braden. Congratulations. What kind of led you to Dallas, and what did they tell you about your role in the team?
Thanks. Yeah, obviously it's been a crazy couple of days, but I think there's multiple offshore reasons what led us to Dallas. I mean, first of all, it's a great team. You know, 2 years removed from a cup final, and still the same core, and good mix of youth and veteran leadership and experience. So obviously, great city. You know, playing there in the past, it's always rocking and always put on a good show, and always fun to play there. So it's I can't wait to get it started.
Next, we'll go to Stephen Wino. Stephen?
Hey, Braden, congrats on the deal. I just, with all the goalies moving around, I mean, I know this is new for you with the buyout, but how much uncertainty did you have just not knowing where your destination would be, because there were just so many guys available and so many teams that needed goaltenders?
To be honest, it was such a quick day yesterday that didn't really have much time to think. And then moving forward to today, it's it's not a lot of time to really worry about that stuff. We were still kind of dealing with the stuff in Van before, so I think had a pretty good grasp of the situation, what could be, and luckily Dallas popped up, and it didn't take us long to decide about the situation here.
Our next question is from Saad Youssef. Saad?
Hey, Braden. Congratulations. When you look at your last couple of years and then where you were before that, how do you kind of see yourself with where you are at this stage in your career, and how you can possibly get back to where you were a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been last few years have been a little bit strange, and obviously not the results I'd hoped for. But last year especially, it was a weird year. Obviously, there wasn't a ton of practice time or anything, but I think made a bunch of strides in my game, and I think moving forward into more of a regular season, really excited about the changes that I've been able to make and work on. And the game now is about adapting. When you get a little older and a little more experience, you got to adapt with the game. And I think last year I learned a lot about that, and really excited to put those tools to use.
Next, we'll go to Mike Heika. Mike?
Hey, Braden. We're not really sure how all this is going to shake out with four goalies, but are you looking forward to that competition? And do you have any relationship with Ben Bishop or Hudobin or Ottinger?
A little bit. I know Ben a little bit from passing, and Anton was actually in the junior team I played for when I was real young, so kind of knowing him a bit through there. But aside from that, not a ton. But I think it's I think the goal in mind here is just to find a way to put the goaltending behind this real strong team, and any way I can accomplish that or be a part of that is exciting.
Next, we'll go back to Saad Youssef. Saad?
Hey, Braden. In Dallas, obviously the last few years, goaltending has just kind of been the backbone of the team. Is that kind of pressure, responsibility, whatever you want to call it, appealing to you, that the team relies so strongly on that?
I think so. I think watching how the team has played the last few years, I truly believe it's the right way to play in order to win and have success. And obviously goaltending is a big part of that. But in order to do that, you need the strength in front of the goaltending department, and then you can do your job. And I think obviously Ben and Anton in the past have done a phenomenal job. So I think I just want to pitch in and do my part.
Our next question is from Bruce Levine. Bruce?
Hi, Braden. Obviously, there are a few teams around the NHL that need a starting goaltender or need a number two guy. What was your motivation for coming to Dallas, where there's going to be a battle for ice time?
Like I said before, I think my number one thing that I've wanted in the past is an opportunity to win. And I think, I want to make sure that I can pitch in as much as I possibly can to doing that. But I think the structure and the way the team plays in Dallas and the roster and the character, I think has all the pieces in order to win. And my goal is just to do as much possible to help that become a reality.
Next, we'll go back to Mike Heika. Mike?
How important is the group of defensemen in front of you? And how do you like adding Suter to Klingberg, Heiskanen, and Lindell in the top four right now?
Yeah, it's incredible. I think you look at championship teams and they're all the back end is all solid, 1 through 6, and team in Dallas is arguably one of the best defenses in the league, or if not the best, and especially adding Suter, that's a huge piece. That's experience and in that role. And when I was in Washington, a guy like Brooks Orpik, kind of that same thing as Ryan Suter. Those guys are invaluable, and that's real exciting. Real exciting to have a piece like that in order to push towards a championship.
Next, we'll go to Saad Youssef. Saad?
Braden, what has this free agency process been like for you in terms of just talking to teams, and what have your priorities been, whether it's, financially, winning situation, things like that, when you were deciding?
Yeah, kind of like I said before, it was fast. I know last year it was kind of a waiting forever, and it was that, and this year is kind of just a whirlwind of a couple of days. So, my one goal was finding the right situation to have success, to have a chance at winning. But in doing that too, you want to go to a place where it's exciting to play, and I think Dallas has always put on a good show. Every time you go there, the fans are rocking and having a fun time, and especially after the last couple of years, as you really realize how important that is, and I think to get back to that, it's gonna be really fun.
Next, we'll go to Matt DeFranks. Matt?
Have the past couple of years been kind of weird for you, having spent all that time in Washington, going to Vancouver for 1 year, and then signing a 1-year deal in Dallas?
Yeah, it's obviously different, spending so much time in one place, and then doing the complete opposite. Obviously, it's brings upon its own challenges, but it's also it's fun. It's exciting to have new challenges, new experiences. Be embedded in a new group of guys, a new team, an exciting new city. I mean, what's not to love about Dallas? It's always been, I think, around the league, one of the top places to play, and I think that's exciting.
And our last question for Braden is from Saad Youssef. Saad?
Braden, you talked about what you were looking for, but what did Dallas sell you on in their free agency pitch to you?
I think the opportunity to push to be a big part of a winning team. I think it's this team is in a spot where the experience and mental strength of a goaltender and those kind of things can really be valuable, and I think it plays to my strengths, and I think that is what Jim kind of saw as well. So I think both of us, both sides, see there's an opportunity to pitch in into creating a winning team.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Braden. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.